Good evening. This is Sandman signing on, and this is another Meet the Fleet video. What I have in front of me is a Tumbril Cyclone TR, and there are currently five iterations of these in the game. You have the standard, the recon, the racing, the TR, and the MT, which is a new one that was just announced this month and is supposed to be released with 3.13, whether in the initial release or in one of the subsequent patches, remains to be seen. Now, Tumbril is a company that, as far as I know, only makes ground vehicles. I have not seen a single ship or vehicle that flies for them yet. Doesn't mean they won't be a thing, but it is what it is. They have a motorcycle, which I do not have, and I do not believe is in the game currently, or else I would have one, because it's got to be cheaper than this thing. And the neat thing, my favorite design element of these things are their tires. These tires are supposed to be adaptive, and just look at it. These tires are wild looking. It's like someone went, I kind of want a tank tread that morphs and has like spades on it, which I believe is what these are actually supposed to do. These little plates are supposed to come up and deploy to give you more traction, or retract to give you less. And it's a neat little wheel system, very sci-fi, and this thing is, especially this particular model, is basically a warthog from the Halo series. Don't know if I can say that, but I said it. So, access panel. So what about this? One, I love the way that these buggies look. They are inexpensive to buy in game, and they were inexpensive to get on Warbond when that was out. You can still purchase the base model from the pledge store, and the other variants are the base model, which does not have this gun up top. Rather, the space here in the back is fitted with a trunk. And then you have the recon model, which replaces this with a radar dish. And you have the missile, the anti-aircraft model, which replaces this with a missile rack. The MT model is a hybrid between this and the anti-aircraft, although the missiles in it are dumb missiles. So you cannot control them from the front seat like you can on the AA. You have to have someone in the turret to operate them. But hey, these games are more fun when you have friends anyway. I bought the missile turret, the MT Warbond, as soon as it released, because I thought it was the coolest thing since sliced bread. And I'm insane. But that's a story for another day. I wanted it, okay? That's why I did. But I've been driving this thing around. I love the way it drives, it handles. It's fun. It's like, hey, you want to race? I think it'd be really cool to see a bunch of these things at the Daymar rally trying to take each other out. I can't wait for the Tumbril tank Nova tank to release. Tumbril makes the tank that is supposed to release in 3.13 as well. It may or may not make it in. It probably won't be in with the first iteration of the patch, but it should be in with the second. Now, I'm sitting here in the driver's seat. What do we got? We got a couple displays here. I can see I got a radar display. I have an offline message. I have throttle, power, all of this over here, which for some reason I have no idea how to control the throttle on these ground vehicles. I don't really think that there is a way, unfortunately. Power off, power on, engine off. Come over here, look at it. You can see some more info, power distribution and all that. Down here you got a little radio. Let's see if it'll let me cock my head over. I want to look at it. It really won't right now. It won't let me look. We'll see what else is in the center console. But there are some switches and stuff down there. They put a ton of detail into these vehicles, and I think that's neat. I tried leaning over and looking down. Lean in the chair. Nope. But I can make myself spin like an owl. Anyway. So, that is the driver's seat. And we will exit. Now, weapon armament on this thing is a single size 1 weapon mount, which is currently equipped with a Gatling gun. This is the stock gun that comes with it, which is fun. I like it. I think having a ballistic chain gun on the top there, Gatling gun, is amazing. Now let's jump in the passenger seat. I imagine that the passenger is going to be using what little radar this thing has, operating communication and managing your shields and whatnot. But this is what the passenger gets to see. Yes, it's letting me look. Sort of. So, all those buttons, switches, and dials over there, kind of neat. So let's jump out. Sorry, it has been a long day for me. Alrighty, and we're gonna enter the turret. Go turret, go! Do the thing. All right. So we got the turret up and operating. So I went around and turned this whole thing on. I'm in an armistice zone right now, so as you can see, it will not let me fire the weapon. But we're going to drive this outside of the armistice zone here and fire off a couple all rounds into the ocean. Waste some ballistic ammunition, because why the heck not? These things are fun. And I need more of them in my life. I wish I had one parked in my driveway right now. Why? Because I think that is awesome. That's the only reason. I've always wanted a vehicle with a gun on it. If I had the money, I would have a tank, and I would use it as my commuting vehicle. Why? Because who's going to stop me? I'm not going to speed in it. The police are just going to sit there and look at me like I'm insane, especially if I go through the effort to make it street legal. But what can they say? It's street legal. Insurance on it would probably be interesting, that's for sure. Yeah, off we go with our little buggy. These things fly, by the way. They got some get up and go. That being said, because they have get up and go, they're really easy to crash and blow up. And we don't want to repeat the mistake we did with the Ursa rover and just drive it into the ocean. Because we're right back here at Edmonds, right by the ocean. Wow! Alright. Waves. Waves are the most lethal thing in this game. I've literally never had that happen. Then again, I only just discovered that the ocean was there. I didn't realize that I couldn't drive down that close. So, unfortunately, not going to fire the Gatling gun, because that's a long way for me to go back to get it all set up to fire the Gatling gun. But hope you liked the review of the Cyclone TR. I will definitely do reviews, or not reviews, but guides. I don't know. What do you want to call these? It's basically me just showing you the vehicle, the ship. That's not really a review. It's not really a guide. I'm not giving you like too many opinions on it, other than like I think these are neat. But I'll definitely do some on the other variants when they come out, or well, they are in the game minus the MT. And I can't wait to get my hands on the MT. Hi, I like your armor a lot. Your helmet is very menacing now, though. Like, you look like a death trooper. Anyway, so that was the Tumbril Cyclone TR. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked the video, please subscribe, comment below what ground vehicle I should do next after I do the Grey Cat Rock, which is my last ground vehicle I gotta do. So there is the Anvil Ballista and the other Cyclones. And I think that's it for in-game. Oh, and there's the Nox. The Nox might be in-game. So, which is another hover bike. But yeah, let me know what I should do after I do the Grey Cat Rock, which will be the next ground vehicle video that I do. So, it's the Sandman signing out. Hope to see you soon in the verse.